The battle is surely going to rage this weekend. Welcome to the Green Hills of Austria. The Red Bull Ring hosted its first Grand Prix in 2014, and it's been spectacular ever since. The Red Bull Ring is one hungry beast of a power track. Drivers face a steep climb up to turn 3 and a fast ride downhill through wide corners and straights thereafter. There's plenty of opportunity to overtake here, especially with the help of 3 DRS zones. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started. Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. Each team will be looking to build on the progress they made during yesterday's practice sessions. When it comes to preparation, absolutely nothing should be left to chance. Everything has to be just right. Of course, by the time the cars hit the track, well, there are some things in Formula One that no one can prepare for. So get yourselves comfortable, it's going to be quite the ride. Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
We saw a reasonably good qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they certainly have a good chance to capitalize during the race. Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
And this is the moment where it all comes together. So prepare for another thrilling race here at the Austrian Grand Prix. We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid. And here's Ferrari. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. There's the other Ferrari. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. Everything's been building to this. The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. Ferrari, advance the race position. Let's have a look. Okay, here's the Ferrari. They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work. The driver's team there cheering them on. And a new position, just gained by Williams. Is that a lockup? Here's the replay. And that was a bitter blow for the team. and it may have really hurt their overall chances. Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the Ferrari. The team watching on and clearly loving that. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. And there's an overtake from Williams. Sounds like a few cars have crashed. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin. Oh, did someone run wide there? We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. They go wide right off the racing line. Who's that just crashed? Now just take a look at the McLaren. Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Head down.
Lock up on the track. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup.
Continue, keep going.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Pit confirm a box.
Oh, they've run wide. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. They've taken that far too wide, and now they're paying the price. Oh, we've had a spin. Let's take a closer look. We're just watching the Red Bull. And there it is. That's where they spin out. Ferrari, advance the race position. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari. That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted. Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Let's see what happened there. Okay, here's the Ferrari. Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it. It's a collision! Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. Goodness me, that is a serious collision. Who's running wide there? Sounds like someone's locked up. We can take a look now. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They've locked up, but that could have been much worse.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Looks like there's been a lockup. Here's the replay. Now just take a look at the McLaren. And there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely.
So there was a crash.
Sounds like there's been contact. Let's have a look. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later. Seems to have been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
We can push a bit more.
Let's see what happened there. Okay, here's the Ferrari. Well, I don't know what they were thinking there. They're completely off the racing line. We've just had a car run wide. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And they've gone wide, very wide. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all.
And last lap. And checkered flag.
In the end, Ferrari's driver didn't do too badly. Ferrari must have some mixed feelings after this. They didn't do too badly, but they can definitely do better.
There's no rest for F1 teams. Let's hope their hard work can get them closer to exceeding expectations in the next race.
That's right, and they finished the race weekend in third place in the constructor standings.
As we reach mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us in the south of France at the circuit Paul Ricard.